The Secret Door Network Book 2, Hidden Frequencies, Chapter 4, Amber Signals. Morning light filtered through the windows of the coffee shop, casting a warm amber glow across the tables. Lina, May, and Violet were already deep into their work, the soft clinks of their coffee cups punctuating the quiet focus of the space. Today's project revolved around refining the integration of sound frequencies into their cryptographic puzzles. "I think we've cracked it," May said, her fingers flying across the keyboard. "By incorporating sound signals into the blockchain doors, we can add another layer of encryption. Players will have to decode specific sound patterns to access new parts of the game." Lina looked impressed. "That's clever. It'll make it even harder for anyone to brute force their way through the hidden doors, and it ties in well with the color-coded maps we've been designing." Violet, her eyes focused on a new mapping layer, added, "I've also been thinking, what if each sound frequency is tied to a specific color? For example, amber could signify a warning, guiding players away from certain paths while pushing them toward others." Lina smiled. "Amber signals, leading the way through unknown territories. I like it." At the other side of the room, 1-800-5194 worked quietly, his own project seemingly in sync with the trio's efforts. Sarah's, his contribution to the project had started to feel more intentional, as though he were reading the same playbook without ever needing to communicate directly. The women were aware of his progress, noting that his discoveries often revealed new security holes and message board pathways they hadn't yet considered. May glanced up briefly, catching 1-800-5194 in the corner of her eye. "It's kind of eerie how aligned our work is. He's uncovering doors we didn't even know were there." Violet nodded. "It's almost like we're following his trail, or maybe he's following ours. Either way, it's working." Their separate tables in the coffee shop had become part of the routine, with 1-800-5194 sitting in his usual spot, working in parallel with the three women, their combined efforts quietly pushing the boundaries of the game world they were building. They hadn't spoken much, but there was an unspoken understanding between them, a connection that ran deeper than just shared interest. "Anyway, let's test this sound color integration," May said, turning her laptop toward the others. "I've embedded the new cryptographic keys into the map. The players will have to match the correct sound frequency with the color they encounter." Lina's face lit up. "This will change everything. It's not just about finding doors anymore. It's about how players interact with the environment. This adds another layer of immersion." Violet leaned back, smiling. "And it keeps the game cartography unpredictable. Every color, every sound can alter the path." As they tested the new feature, the amber glow around them seemed to echo their progress. The map's complexity grew, with hidden frequencies embedded in every corner, waiting for the right player to unlock them. The blockchain doors became more than just secrets. They became experiences to be uncovered by those attuned to the subtle clues woven into the design. The sound of footsteps broke the quiet focus for a moment. 1-800-5194 stood up, his workday seemingly done. He gave a brief nod in their direction before heading out, his navy fedora the only thing they noticed as he exited the coffee shop. It was a simple gesture, but the message was clear. They were working on the same wavelength, even if they hadn't fully come together as a team yet. "Tomorrow," Lina said, watching the door close behind him, "I have a feeling we'll find another door." "Definitely," Violet agreed. "There are always more doors." The amber glow began to fade as the day turned to dusk, but their ideas burned brighter with each passing hour.